Are you aware that if you are a teacher or a government worker, you may not get the Social Security that you're expecting? There is what is called offsets that will reduce the income that you might be expecting. And the most important part of this is that if you didn't plan properly, you may get caught short. In this video, I will share with you what the Windfall Elimination Program is and the government pension offsets are so that you can go into Social Security with your eyes wide open. Hi, my name is Mark Singer, founder of Your Retirement Authority, and for over 30 years, president of Safe Harbor Retirement Planning. If you want up-to-date and timely information about how to increase or maximize your Social Security into retirement, subscribe to my channel and click on the notifications bell so that you become aware of when we post new videos. So let's get started and understand a little bit more about what government pension offsets are. So government pension offsets, this really is what you should know before you retire. So let's spend a moment to understand what the Windfall Elimination Provision is and start with even why it exists. The idea behind this is that workers who are receiving a full pension from a non-covered job should not also get higher Social Security benefits as if they were long-time low-wage earners. So back in 1983, Congress passed what is the WEP, the Windfall Elimination Program, which changes the formula by which the primary insurance amount is calculated. And this reduction is not reflected on the client's Social Security's statement. So until a person applies for Social Security and tells the Social Security Administration that they worked in a non-covered job, Social Security does not know to apply the WEP. The WEP affects only about 2.5% of Social Security beneficiaries, but for those who are affected by it, the consequences of failing to plan for it can be substantial. Imagine thinking your monthly retirement income will be roughly, let's call it $450 more than it turns out to be, and not finding that out until you go to apply for Social Security. This $450 to $460 is the offset. So let's focus in on the actual government pension offset, which is different than the Windfall Elimination Program, because that affects the workers, whereas the GPO affects spousal and survivor benefits for people who receive non-covered pensions. Here, the pension amount does matter because the GPO reduces spousal or survivor benefits by 2/3 of the pension amount. This GPO reduction doesn't kick in until the pension starts. So it would be possible to get a full spousal or survivor benefit for a few years between full retirement age and when the pension starts. If you worked in a non-covered job and asked you if they can get spousal benefits, we can explain that the spousal benefit will be reduced by 2/3 of the pension amount. We can show a quick calculation and will reveal whether the spousal benefit will be fully or partially offset. This is the benefit of having calculators available to you. This area of windfall elimination programs and the government pension offsets, these are some of the more confusing areas, and it's one of the 567 different strategies available to you. If you do have an interest in learning more, our next video will be on how to maximize your Social Security income with little-known switching tactics. Most people are unaware that they can apply or reapply for Social Security benefits more than once, which can truly help to maximize your benefits over your lifetime. So make sure that you click on the link below to see what we're going to be talking about in that video. Let's continue, and I'll give you a sense of some of the case studies that will help you better understand the Windfall Elimination Program and government pension offsets. So let me introduce to you William and Wanda. They're married. They both turned 66 in 2018. William was a police officer for the county, which had its own retirement system and did not pay into Social Security. He retired 10 years ago and receives a police pension. After retiring from the police job, he worked for 10 years as a consultant for a private firm, therefore qualifying for a Social Security benefit. That benefit, that primary insurance amount, is $1,200, but that's before being adjusted for the Windfall Elimination Provision. Wanda's full PIA is $1,800 a month. So his is $1,200, but we haven't yet made the adjustment, and hers is $1,800. So William is going to file for his retirement benefit. And according to the table, and again, this is where the calculators come into play, it all depends how many years he had been under a covered employment. The calculator will show that his $1,200 PIA will be reduced by $408, or $792. So his PIA, if you will, his WEP adjusted PIA is now $792. If he so chose, and in this planning scenario, he can choose to delay his claim until age 70 and receive delayed credits on that $792. So here in this situation, we know that William is going to delay his claim, and because he's heard of the restricted application, thinks that he can take advantage of that now. So let's take a look at the numbers and the impact. His spousal benefit will be subject to the government pension offset. It'll be reduced by 2/3 of the amount of his pension. So let's understand the math. His spousal benefit's $900. So if he took 50% of Wanda's $1,800, he would get $900. But his pension was $3,000, and the offset is 2/3 of his pension. So 2/3 of $3,000 is $2,000. So in essence, the $900 that he would have gotten as a spousal benefit is offset by the $2,000, which is the GPO. So in other words, he would not be getting anything in this circumstance. And in essence, if he had taken the time to do the restricted application, he would have been wasting his time because he was not aware of this. Now, as we move forward in the planning, Wanda dies and William files for a survivor benefit. His survivor benefit is reduced by 2/3 of the pension. If Wanda delayed to age 70 and then passed after that, her PIA would have been $2,376. His offset, remember it was $2,000 from the slide before, is going to be the government pension offset. So $2,376 minus the $2,000. So his survivor benefit will be $376. So in this scenario, let's assume Wanda files for her retirement benefit. She's fully covered. She was not a government worker, so she will receive all of her benefit, which was the $1,800. So let's assume Wanda wants to file a restricted application. This actually makes more sense in terms of the strategies available than William filing for the restricted application. Now, again, Wanda was born before 1954. She can receive 50% of William's WEP adjusted PIA. Remember there, his adjustment brought it down from $1,200 down to $792. She will get 50% of that $792, which is $396 when she files. She can claim that benefit from her full retirement age to age 70, and then reapply for her own increased benefit, where she would have gotten the delayed credits at her own age 70. This is one particular strategy that will help her maximize her benefit, whereas with William, it was not an effective strategy. Now, let's assume that William dies. So now Wanda is on her own, and she's filing for her own survivor benefit. The WEP reduction will be removed for Wanda's survivor benefit. It'll be calculated the usual way, including any delayed credits applied to the full and unreduced primary insurance amount, which was $1,200. But in this particular case, since Wanda's own retirement benefit was higher, remember her PIA was $1,800, she would not switch to the survivor benefit. So it's important to understand here a number of different items, that Wanda is eligible to receive several different benefits, but what she really wants is the one that is the maximum benefit for her. And in this particular circumstance, she would not take William's survivor benefit. She would take her and continue with her own worker's record and her regular benefit. I know, this is very confusing. And these are just some of the 567 different strategies available to help you maximize your retirement income. If you are interested in designing a customized retirement income plan for you and the household, click on the link below to become my client. And if you liked this video, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it. Thank you again for watching, and here's hoping that you enjoy the retirement journey.